Hola, everybody, and here is another arena game. What do you know? We have been on an arena kick lately, and let's see where we at. We've got myself as the Koreans. Oh yeah, I was playing in a fast castle into a castle drop. Then we've got Bunky as the Poles. Nice, beautiful little flowers. I guess kind of flowers. Flowers and berries. And we got Clack as the Tatars with that nice hill bonus damage on the flattest arena ever. And we're going up against the Flailing Frog. The Flailing Frog. Skater Hater. Yeah, Hater. And Magna Packin. And we'll see how this goes. He's got his boar coming in. That was the first he took on it, and nice boar, nice boar. That was not too bad. Meanwhile, I'm getting my lumber camp going. I just got a scout sitting around, trying to find all my sheep. Did I find all my sheep? Oh, yeah, I had two more over there. I think I found them, but I didn't bring them over. And I think Clack helps me out later on. Is like, here's your sheep, and sends them over to me. We got 4 going on wood over here. How's our idle TC time? Looking all good, except for the flailing frog. Oof. What is his plan? Oof. Yeah, I'm not sure. Not sure what the plan is. Maybe that was a misclick, and then he wanted to go to this sheep, but he's also pushing in deer. He's got 4 on wood. But yeah, so anyway, the rest of everybody, a poor guy. I don't mean to make fun. I'm just as terrible sometimes. Got the full work coming for the that bonus farmage. And what else do we have going on? Okay, boar lore over here. Oh, moving the sheep out of the way mid pull. Did you see that one arrow curve? I could have sworn right here there was an arrow that went like that and hit the boar on the butt. If I had Capture Age Pro, I would rewind that and check it out. I'm pretty sure it happened. Look back on YouTube and see if you can see it. Oh, are we getting a triple deer push? Triple? Okay. You know what? For a second there, it was looking extremely promising. That might have been the best. Oh, is he going to get this one? Oh, no. He is. He's getting it before it reset. Oh. And he got it even closer. That is some impressive. All right, pulling another one over there. So you got at least 2 on one. Force dropping. That was nifty there. And then, meanwhile, oh, look at that. Tucked in lumber camp. Fantastic. Nicely done. And you're going to start luring your deer in, too. And this must be the second boar. And where are we at here? So, 18, 18, 19, 19, 19, 11. You know, their friend just wanted to play a nice casual game of Age of Empires with them. And that's nice. That's a nice thing to do. Meanwhile, I got some deer coming in, kinda. And this guy is got 5 over here. And he is going right to stone already. And that will give you a hint as to what's going to happen. Now, he's Ethiopians. So he's got the cooler looking walls than I do. They're just regular. I always like these Ethiopian walls. An intricate stone design. Seems more realistic. You know, I never even looked at the difference between, like, who is this? Poles? Poles. Oh, we have double poles, too. Lots of poles. And I also was going to put some people on stone to Castle Rush. And then, why did I do that? Oh, I think I realized that I needed gold. Apparently. I'm not really sure. Seemed like a waste of time. I wasn't sure how I was really managing most of this. So, okay. We're making things work. You're getting some gold. You got a couple of 5 on food. Getting some sheeps. We got me going up to feudal. Blue's just there. And he's got his guys there. And he goes instant market, instant blacksmith. And I go instant. Oh, yeah, I'm not there yet. So he had a decent. He's up to feudal at 9 something. Green's going up to feudal with the rest of us. So blue is a little bit further ahead. And poor teal. He's making villagers now at least. He's got 1 on a board over here. He doesn't even have his TC going to anything in particular. He's just spawning villagers out there. And assign a bunch of vills out there. I'm getting ready for getting up. I think that I'm gonna do instant something. Meanwhile, this guy now has 8 on stone. And he's up to castle. So he got just enough gold and then went straight to stone for a castle. And I do instant market and blacksmith. I don't have, I think that, yeah. Because I was just going to get stone and go up and drop a castle. Meanwhile, Bunky's going to feudal age. Clack is up at feudal age. And what do we do when we get there? You've got 2 villagers queued. And you've got your barracks. And, okay, market and something. Probably something. You're waiting for the wood. And we see blue is hitting castle and he is ready to drop. And I am market abusing my way up to do something. Not sure what that something is. But let's see what my reaction time is here. So I see that castle. And oh yeah, so I come out to try to Vill fight. And because I know that I'm not going to be able to do anything else, and I'm just trying to stop it from going up a little bit. And I've got my stone, I'm like, maybe I can counter something. Zach's telling me to counter. And instead I'm just dying. I did not send nearly enough vills. And I'm too late getting enough stone to drop another watchtower. He's at 50-60%. It is not fast enough. Not fast enough. They got both their scouts over there. And at 15 minutes he's already got... Oh, man, why does it take so long to build a watchtower? And he just moves guys to the other side. I should have built it on the wall. Then I could have ranged. And I'm like, well, screw this. I'm pretty sure that, and I just now hit castle, and let's see, resources. I do not have nearly enough stone, and he is taken out my wall, and I should have just immediately walled back, but I didn't. Meanwhile, Clack is he's to castle, town center. Bunky's in castle. We get a stable and maybe something else, maybe not. Meanwhile, he starts pumping out some show tells. Now he's at 27 vills. I'm at 23, which is not great because I lost a bunch. And I'm like, I need a wall, but I'm not fast enough. And I'm just trying to stay alive now. I built a town center there so I can get my gold protected at least. I should have, I think, deleted this gold mining camp and just come over here a little bit more, and then I could have ranged around to the back and not had him be able to loop around. I think if I was going to do this again. Meanwhile, oh, he's fighting there. He's scouting. So I'm playing defense. Playing defense. He's taking out my market. All my forward buildings. Trying to keep some on stone. But that's not going to work well. I try to build a sneaky guard tower here so that I could range this gold and not let him have it. And then I'm in castle and I'm like, screw it, I've got this safe base over here. I'm glad I didn't delete my walls. And build a town center over on the top side. So I've got at least gold access, and then I build that over there so we can't loop around. So we got at least gold access, and I'll have wood access. And I do build that to try and keep these guys off. And I should have just built a wall there and a house there and a palisade on the other side. But I didn't. Meanwhile, Bunky, castle dropping. And poor old guy over here is feeling it. Meanwhile, Bunky was getting castle dropped at the same time. I don't think I remember. Well, I was extremely distracted, so I don't remember any of what happened on the other side of the map. So Bunky's getting castle dropped. Oh, he did protect his Ville, so he's good. That's a smart decision. But, and green has 3 TCs. Meanwhile, I'm just on fire over here. Everything is fine. Just on fire. And I'm going to just try to keep on popping out Villes. Get farms down. And damage control as much as I can. Try to keep him off of me. And he's keeping pressure. Meanwhile, thankfully, Clack is booming and Bunky's got aggression on one of the players. Trying to finish that wall, but they're just playing cat and mouse. And I think that eventually I'm like, oh yeah, I need to get my upgrades. Or I need to get a blacksmith down so I can get my upgrades. Because my blacksmith got destroyed. Meanwhile, good push here. He's trying to get stone probably for a counter castle. But man, 9 Obook and 2 knights against a couple spearmen is going to do nothing. Meanwhile, he's finally adding a second TC, and then he is deciding to castle drop right there. And I'm like, I have no army to stop any of this. I'm getting ballistics so I can shoot down their guys easily from TCs, so stop some of the raiding. And eventually get somewhat more under control. So I did at least stonewall out a bit. And I go for a siege workshop, which I think was a right decision to try to get some sort of siege. Meanwhile, green is putting pressure on Bunky. He did get that wall down, and Obook in the base is tough. Meanwhile, wrecking this guy. He's down to 22 Villes. Let's pull up the Eco KD Bunky with 9. I've lost 8, which is not great. And Clack is booming up way more than everybody else, which is good. I got that TC, or that castle to deal with. He's got a way in around that way. He seems more important on taking down the guard tower. And still just running around with showtells. I'm just collecting as much resources as I can. Finally getting oh wait, you're getting bodkin. Did I get a blacksmith down yet? Nope. Idle TC time is racking up. I'm still only at 31 Villes. Meanwhile, Bunky is trying to do some damage control. You got hit pretty hard with all these Obuk in your base. That's tough. At least you were wrecking over here. I mean, this guy has nothing left. He has 16 vills. Okay, so all of his vills are in this guy's base. Alright, so you completely destroyed Teal already. Meanwhile, I got out a couple Scorpions to try to just take care of any Showtells that are not moving and keep them down. And he's starting to decide to take down my TC. And I'm at least putting out villagers again. And green's starting to expand. And I'm like just holding on for dear life while this guy booms. Up, and you're going into Cav Archers, that's right. So let's see. So you got the Cav Archers coming in and cleaning up. You got Knights and just Knights and Cav Archers taking care of that. And I'm hanging on. I should have just probably set those guys to attack there. A wall off there so that I can force everything at least through this TC that's about to go down anyway. But at least it narrows down some stuff. Oh, there is a blacksmith. It's just behind the castle. Did I get any of my upgrades yet? I got archer armor. Did I get archer armor? I don't think that's right. I'm red. I am fairly certain that I didn't get archer armor. I know that this is saying otherwise, but I think that's wrong because I'm pretty sure I got... There's no way that I got archer armor. I know I got the range. So I'm contesting Capture Age Pro. It's wrong. Green's got his TC up. And we're still just fighting off pressure. He's building conservatively at home now. You're hungry? What would you like? I'm going to pause it here for a second, come right back. Alright, and we're back. And if you take a look, oh, see, we got some nice rams. We got a nice army of Obuk. I've got my few guys who are just hanging out, and I've got one TC down, but doing okay. Mostly because these guys, the cavalry, are coming. They're surviving. I'm starting to get some rams built up because I know that I'm going to need them. And Bunky's safe again. Well, it'd be nice if, yeah, it'd be nice if you could just wall off and then feel safe again. But I feel safe with a bunch of Cav Archers on my side at least. I'm getting some. Oh, that's within range of that. That kind of sucks. But I'm housed, but surviving. Surviving better than, if we look at the score, I'm at least double what the flailing frog is. So I'm not quite a flailing frog. And he's trying to reboom up because they're good friends, which is nice. I appreciate that friends are playing together. And he's got a ram. I'm trying to put pressure, but there's no way I can get close enough. And I just saved my rams out the backside for later. And I think at this point, I was giving the bat signal out to Bunky, who was taking care of his own business, and then going to come. Oh, misclick on the thing. Attack the vills! Attack the vills! There you go. Now we're cooking. And you've got ballistics already. I've got ballistics. I am almost positive I have. That's wrong. And I'm just living with this. This is fine. I'm building up vills. I'm at 49 vills still. He's not really raiding anymore. So he's got his Mangonel and support and whatnot. But he is completely terrified by all the distraction over here. He's sending his people back. You're an imp. I guess he's an imp. So if he didn't go to imp and just applied more pressure, I think it would have been more in trouble. But thankfully, he spent a lot of resources early on imp. He's got good bases going and whatnot, but not enough. He's sending mangonels back to go try to fight cav archers, which is just giving me time. Bunky cleaned up his stuff, and now I think was saying that he's gonna be coming forward soon. So I try to build, another siege workshop. Try to get something out. I think that's my first barracks, which is terrible. Get a blacksmith. Try to get some monasteries. Light blue's gone. This base is just so many houses, so many archery ranges. Perfect. Alright, he's still trying to get up that castle. Alright, he gives it up. And that's a good take. That's a good take for you any day, especially if it's before his upgrades come in. And you just keep him pressure, which is all that matters, because then it allows me to at least get up. And I'm getting up my vills at least. If there's anything I'm going to do, I'm going to just try to be able to build up resources. And I know I need to reboomish to catch up. And Bunky says, I'm coming in with all my stuff. And I'm like, alright, I'll send what I have. And I try to make another battering ram. And it's pretty good. Now he is starting to make some show tells. And all these cav archers are super helping, which is nice. And we're getting things cleaned up. Look at this. Now he does get his show tells out on my rams, which sucks. But Bunky destroys that one almost completely. So easily. I finally get some. Oh, come on. Come on, scorpions, do work. Do work. Thanks, Bunky. Thanks, Clack. Survive. Nope. Survive. Alright, I got one survived. Get a market down so I can sell crap. And they're trying to take some map control here. Definitely. These O-Book are killing it though. And I'm about to be free to expand a little bit better. Getting my Vill count up, which is good. Bunky, I appreciate all the help. I wish that your Vill count was a bit higher though. But the military support is obviously what was needed, so I'm not complaining by any means. Green is trying to be a good teammate, building castles all over the place. And these 64 cav archers, that's what you want to see. That is exactly what you want to see, especially if you just got Hussar, foraging. So you're ready to raid. And I'm Korean, so I'm like, oh. Okay. Maybe I didn't get it. I got ring art. I got the ring art. I did get the armor because I get it automatically as Koreans. So I just didn't get any resources for a long time. Oh, come on. Get one conversion. One conversion. It's taking forever. It's taking forever. Alright, it happened. Huzzah! Alright. Trying to survive. The pressure helps. Castle drop over here will help. Oh, you want some tricks?
Yeah.
Alright.
I love tricks.
You love tricks? Okay. Well, hold on. Let me pause this again. Alright, and as we're paused here for a second, we can take a look. I've only suffered 13 casualties. I feel like not too bad. And then Bunky's been doing work. And then Clack with that 20-0, that cav archer push has been super, super helpful. And untouched pocket. Oh, you're not a pocket. Untouched other flank is super nice always. So, see, they're doubling down on position over here. Castles do ward off cav archers pretty well, so I mean that's understandable. And you're just going to keep your support here right next to their production buildings, which was a really good idea, I think. I didn't even think about that, but that's a good way to take those out without having to spend a ton there. Now I'm healing up my knight that I converted, and I'm just got gold, I know, so I'm like, yeah, hell, I'll just build some monks. Why not? So I got 5, which is not too bad. I figure if they come in to raid or something, then I can convert some more. And So I'm back up to 80 pop now. Got Cav Archers up the wazoo, and he's deciding to barricade his... Oh, you're taking some shots, but actually taking them pretty well considering it's a castle with a bunch of cavalier inside. Oh, so he's just banking them up in there, which is kind of weird. All right, you're taking out that. So making good push in the south. Meanwhile, Ethiopian's guy is starting to build up his massive arbs. And I'm starting to try to build up some army to combat. And just dropping a lot of ranges. I should have, I think, just finished this wall back off. In hindsight. Alright, so okay. Well, you were just making sure that they were not, that this area was completely dead. Trebs and all before making the push in. Okay, so they've got some cavalier, and I was like, I'm really worried. I have some crossbows, but I get my monks out there. 3, 4, 5, all of them working. Do I get a single one? I get one. Oh no. Do they follow him into Castle Fire? Okay, no, I pulled him off. Hey, I got one though, and I'm pretty happy with that. And I targeted 5 different ones, which is a lot of micro. Alright. So now he's got a ball of 24 against that with Cav. That's not a fight you probably want to take. And also you have a massive amount because I just said I'm getting raided heavily. And you sent a whole bunch up to me to help. But then they all left. And he's got... Oh, blue has some camels in there, which I don't understand the point of that, quite honestly. And that, I feel like, is not a terrible position for you. I'm not sure how that fight is going, but... Okay, yeah, they decided against it. And... I'm not sure what I'm doing with my people whatsoever. I'm doubling down on the monks. And at some point, I think they'll eventually head up to Imp. Bunky's at Imp. Clack obviously is. And you guys have his base completely out, and there's tons of golden resources in there. And he's diving for that treb, but they're losing their massive cav. So that's tough. You're moving your guys out of the castle fire. I'm taking over some gold, much needed, while I have the chance. And I should have sent some guys to attack there, but I didn't want him making a mangonel or something surprise on me. So Bunky's starting his march out with a whole bunch of light cav, which would be perfect meat shield for around here, and starting to push up from the south. Blue's starting to double down on a push in on me again. Plate Barding Ardor, whatever this one is, I'm not sure. Oh, you're getting some trade going? Nice. And 80. Did you kill a bunch of your own vills? Maybe? I thought you were higher pop than that. Either way, you probably want all the... You got 60 there, you got 30 there. And, alright, so he's making a push in with his arbs, which I have just crossbow, which is not going to trade well. And eventually I'm like, oh, I must have realized that I don't have the upgrades. I hope. Meanwhile, you're taking out production buildings. You're getting ready to raid up. And he's making pushes up and in. I'm just trying to survive still. Alright, those O-Book doing work under a castle fire with O-Book. I feel like it's best case scenario. You're taking off that armor, and then the castle is just going to be doing even more damage. Look how easily that cleans up. That was impressive. Did you lose like a couple? A couple O-Book? Alright, the Hussars are in there as a perfect meat shield for anybody I was doing, and I was trying to get up so I could get up the rest of my upgrades and whatnot. Castle going there. I don't think you're going to be there in time, but you guys are going to make the push into green. And I've just been surviving against blue, so I'm just going to keep on trying and play defensively. I at least have some semblance of myself. I should have moved my monks just like here so they could kind of heal. You're taking out that castle, and it's a nice push in here. Taking out that castle, take out that gate, and then you guys will be free to raid. And he's making that push in, but I'm still alright, holding at 87 vills. I've lost 30. Not the greatest, but it's alright. And he's a little bit afraid to cut in. And at some point, Clack goes to me, hey, you should probably make some skirms because that will stop his push. And then eventually I switched to that, but I don't think it's even yet. Alright, Bunky did get that Vill count up. Good job, I'm proud of you. And he let me take his gold, which was much necessary since I was getting pushed off here and I was almost out there. And he's got a castle going up, and eventually I realized that he's got a... Oh, I got a whole bunch. Oh, and he's taking them all out. I didn't even realize that was happening. Oh, and he's got Cavalier coming too. And that's not a good situation. I'm trying to stop his push. I feel like, I guess he was trying to get all up in. I take out that bombard. And you guys are still doing work down here. He's doubling down on his defense at least. Cav Archer's coming up. Got Hussars raiding, which is super nice against all those skirms. And I march all my monks directly under the castle fire, you know. Super awesome micro. Oh, do I get any out of this? Oh, no. I lost all of them. Great. Meanwhile, cleaning up that ball of Cav. The one thing that is really great is you have kept your ball of Cav archers alive against a lot of balls of Cav so far. Against Cav and Arbs most of the time. So that has been super helpful. But now I'm an imp. I got 53 Arbs at least. He's going to decide to be aggressive, and I am doubling down on archery ranges and other spots. And I'm not going to let a castle go up there, which is super, super nice. There's no way that would have been a hard one to have, because then you'd have free reign right into there. Meanwhile, meat shield working as a perfect meat shield. Although your Cav Archers numbers are dropping down. You can see the flood of guys coming, sending people down to get more gold, which is perfect. Bunky's building a whole bunch of got a bunch of stables up. I'm trying to get gold out to there, get people that are going to survive, and he gives up on the castle and decides to just put it there. Which is a more conservative version of what he was doing. And he's got 34 arbs, and I should be able to take this, I would think. But I'm not sure that I do. I should have been attacking while, he was killing all your guys. I think I just accepted that he was building a castle and was fine with it. Meanwhile, Green putting up a solid attempt at defense against this. Coming in with Cav, holding on, but these Obuk, he just completely flocked. And you're just following, which is probably the right decision. I mean, if he's got like nothing in there, why stay there? That's an interesting move on that guy's part. Meanwhile, I'm putting up a counter castle, which was very necessary. Get gold there. More cav archers. Oh, you got that ball back up. 52. You're taking out support. And I started to just make skirms. I should be queuing them all inside probably and then release them all at once. Try to get some conversions. Do I get any? Oh yeah, I got 2. And then he's probably going to die right here. Oh. Alrighty. But that completely stops his push. I should have put up a castle sooner probably. But it is what it is. I get conscription, handcart, 74 vills. I still feel good for that, for how much pressure I've had. And you got some trebs coming up. You got light cav raiding. He got up a castle in there, but you're just deciding to turn around and make sure he can't reboom, which is awesome. We're just confining them to a smaller and smaller space. We've got all the map control. We got everything. He's trying to break in, but I've got a wall of archery ranges and then a castle behind for support. He's not going to make that push with just archers. He's going to need some sort of something else. Siege. That's the word I'm looking for. And then bam. 50 of those. 40 of those. There's no way they're going to make a push. Oh, he's got all the wood line there. And blue gives up. And green's giving up because he realizes he has nothing to boom back to. And then 159 heavy cav archers, 145 arbs for that guy. And we survive the push here. We completely boom here. Military first and then boom there later. Poor Teal. I do kind of feel bad for him. He had a rough end of the stick. And then it was a good push here. Get around the wall and clean up. Think about how fast that was that you cleaned up all this area. He just kind of abandoned it and it was for nothing. I feel like he might as well have just tried to stick it out in here. Because his run up into here didn't do anything. And holding strong. Back area was helpful. This back wall was key to not letting them go in and raid my secondary base with his showtells initially. Overall, really good team game, I think. So yeah, let's just take a look at the timeline and some stats. Timeline wise, you can see Bunky's build up, that military first, super helpful into pushing. You see that it correlates directly with Teal going down. And then eventually, not much, and then Army constantly, right after you hit Imp especially, was perfect. Dark Blue was always, about even. He had no eco. He got up super fast, but no eco behind it. And taking out 85 buildings was Bunky. Good KD, good KD. Not great KD, but I survived. That 120 army high was key. And yeah, fantastic. Getting all 6 relics, way to go. Tech. Yeah, so he was up at a castle at 13 minutes. He had a 3-minute lead on castle time over me. It's hard to beat that. But I should probably try to learn that castle drop idea, because I wanted to castle drop, it just was not even close to it. Villager max, he is high. Clack didn't need to be that high, and I eventually got up there, so I'm happy with my reboom, because that's normally a weak part for me. And yeah, that's the game. No APM stats. Nice build out. Nice takeover of resources here. And then take him out, and then the best player resigns. Overall, nice job, everybody. I'll talk to you later.